Hey everyone, very cute GM here, and I am actually bringing you an Ichio Tasty game. So those who listen to me or follow my channel or my Twitter, not so much Facebook, and know me in real life, because I know a few of you that watch the channel actually know me in real life. I don't know why you watch this. I'm not funny. Know that I'm a wrestling fan. I enjoy pro wrestling, which is a little strange, you might think, because I do not look like your stereotypical wrestling fan. First of all, most wrestling fans in the United States are male. And yeah, but I've explained throughout throughout my videos why I enjoy wrestling so much. But I was looking over free games itch.io because I wanted to take a break from Knights of the Old Republic, and I stumbled upon this. So if you know wrestling, current wrestling, at all, you will know that these individuals on the screen are portrayed. I assume that their names are going to be slightly changed, or maybe they'll just use first names or last names or a combination of both in the game. But you'll notice that this individual here is Dean Ambrose. He is in the WWE. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Randy Orton. And those two in the back are Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. I'm going to make the assumption that they did not get the rights from the WWE to make this. And I'm interested because I picked the game, I typed in wrestling, and I picked the game, and this came up, and it was free. And I have no money. I don't have, sorry, proper English. I don't have any money to spend on games other than anything that would cost less than 20 bucks. And those that do I spend 20 bucks on are far and few between, because I use my incomes to feed my cats and pay bills and buy food for myself. So yeah. So I don't know anything about this game other than it's I think it's I'm going to assume it's a romance visual novel and their choices. Honestly, among the individuals you see here, if I were to pick one right off the bat, I immediately go to Dean Ambrose or Seth Rollins. Probably more Dean Ambrose because he seems more laid back, but hey, we'll get into it. Let's just start the game. The lovely music you currently hear right now is John Cena's theme music. You know, you might have seen John Cena. He wears jorts and a t-shirt that often says hustle, loyalty, respect, and he's pretty much the Superman of the WWE, or was, back around when Payback is the name of a pay-per-view. 2015, I assume is the year. Back around 2015, he was definitely still the Superman. I think this must have been the time when Shield, Dean, Roman, and Seth right there. I'm watching myself on the camera. Were around, and they formed a group called the Shield. Let's just start this game and see what's about. I am highly interested in this. Usually my camera would be up here, but I didn't want to block Roman's face. But we'll see where we put my camera. Who knows? All right, let's start. Oh, I gotta put my camera in the corner. Okay. Alright, here we go. Today's my first... Okay, they used today's in the correct manner. Wait, no they didn't. Today is... See, that's possess... So what I run into a lot of these games is... What... I can't even speak proper fucking English. When I run into a lot of these free visual novel games, I usually give them a lot of grief if there's a lot of grammatical or spelling errors, because my mindset is you can throw your text into a Word document and catch a lot of these spelling errors, but I'll let this slide because Word document might not know this. Today is my first day on the job working at WWE. Okay, I'll let it slide. I'm pretty nervous about that. Ha! They had to take me on pretty quickly since there's supposed to be a big event happening at the end of the week. Usually pay-per-views are on Sunday. Okay, whatever. Vroom! The stadium is just a little past here. I wonder how everything will turn out. Here it is. Wow, what an intimidating building. So usually pay-per-views take place at a very large arena in a city. The WWE headquarters is actually located in Connecticut. I know way too much about this. Okay. Well, let's head to the meeting. Can I quick save? Let's quick save. Just in case. Quick save complete. Alright, let's head to the meeting. Wow, this place is huge. I almost got lost finding the meeting room. Kind of like my first day of work. Well, when I interviewed at work, I got lost. Well, I arrived an hour early and then proceeded to get lost. There is a... There are. I would just... You know what? I'm gonna correct the grammar for them. I mean, I not speak good, but that's the least I can do. There are a lot of people sitting in here. Everyone looks like they know what they're doing. I was handed a stack of 4 clipboards when I entered the room, but I haven't looked into them yet. I'm kind of scared too. Anyways, everyone else only got 1. I wonder why I got more. Suddenly, the door opened and a man walked into this room. It's a meeting, so obviously this must be Triple H. Hunter. I can't imitate the game. He has a really gruff voice, and if you look at me, hear me, I have a very high voice. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try. Alright, everyone. No, that's more like Vince McMahon. We'll just have to wing it. Gruff. Alright, everyone's here, right? Let's get started. As you all know, we have a huge pay-per-view coming up on Sunday. Payback is one of the highlights of the year. We always have a great turnout, and this year won't be any different. I'm listening to the music. I'm wondering if this is Triple H's theme. I'm not quite hearing it. How about the game and how you play? It's all about the love and how you take it. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the game and how you make it. I am the game. I don't know the words. It is a good theme because it was written by Motorhead. Rip Lemmy. Alright. Payback is one. Is it? I thought it was WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam. Yeah, this is definitely Triple H's theme. I thought there was a big 4. WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Money in the Bank? Is Money in the Bank a big one? I assume it's a big one. Anyways, I didn't think it would be Payback. Alright. I don't remember if Payback's a big... Okay. Quick save. You all know the card. We've got a big night. This year, we're trying something new. I've assigned each of you a match to watch over. Okay, sure. I, I will go along with this. Don't worry about getting too stressed. We've got a bunch of other people making sure things go smoothly. This is experimental after all. Man, I think I'm nailing Vince McMahon more than Triple H. But do try to make sure everything works out. If something goes wrong, or a wrestler's injured, or the crowd doesn't love it, it'll be on your head. Don't stress out, you said. That's okay, sure. Anyways. Wow. What a lot of pressure. I was told about him by my boss. He said Mr. Helmsley, Hunter... his name's Triple H because his name is Hunter something Helmsley. I got into wrestling recently, so the game was a little before my time. Though he's still in charge of NXT. He said Mr. Helmsley was a big guy with an intimidating aura, and I sure didn't want to annoy him. I would not want to annoy Triple H. He was probably right. Triple H should have more muscles. He should have all the muscles. Apparently he works out late nights. I looked down at the clipboards I was handed at the beginning of the meeting and scanned through them. The first page on all of them is info about one of the matches. The second pages are all different wrestlers. I clipped their profiles to the top. Before I can find out which one I'm actually in charge of, Mr. Helmsley speaks again. That's everything for now. Yeah, I'm definitely channeling Vince McMahon. Keep in touch with me about how things are going. I'd like to be informed. Dismissed! Everyone thanks him, and I get up from my seat. Mr. Helmsley stops me before I leave the room. You're the new... Back to the happy music! You're the new recruit, right? I haven't seen you around before. I'm Hunter, the Chief Operating Officer. Nice to meet you. He holds out his hand and I shake it. You gotta give it that firm handshake. I don't care if you're a chick. I always give my handshakes a firm handshake. Not too tight. Don't do that Donald Trump bullshit. Don't do the grab and pull in. Do a nice, firm handshake. You know the origins of the handshake, right? So Romans would put their, lead out with their right hand, but their left hand would be near their sword, just in case shit went down, or it would be free to grab their sword. Anyways, I shake his hand. Oh, I should introduce myself too. I'm not gonna take this seriously. You know I'm not gonna take this seriously. I'm Dargon. I have this tiny dragon bauble thing that my neighbor got for me from Mexico or Sedona. Honestly, is there a chip in it? No, it's not. Honestly, I don't know where I got it. Well, I know my neighbor gave it to me, but I don't know where she got it. She travels to places a lot. I am short. She travels to places a lot. I'm Dargon. Nice to meet you, Triple H. Nice to meet you, Mr. Helmsley. No need to call me Mr. Helmsley. I may be in suit, but I'm far from a suit. Just Hunter is fine. Have you looked at your clipboards yet? I've heard a lot of good things about you. So I assign you a tough one. Thanks. You gave me Dean, didn't you? You either gave me Dean, or you either gave me Randy Orton. I have a feeling you did. I laughed nervously and flipped through the stacks. I read the names, but I don't understand what they mean. Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, Fatal Four... Is this a Fatal Fourway for the main event? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Aren't matches usually one on? Okay, Fatal Fourway. I bet I can explain it better than they are. Okay, so in the Fatal Fourway, you have one on one. So there's 4 people going against each other. I believe it's one pinfall to win the match, or submission. One pinfall or submission, and then you could win. You don't have to eliminate them, I believe. So we'll see what Hunter says. Hunter laughs and I feel silly. You've got the main event, Dargan. Cheer up. Oh, fuck. Is this for the title? This year is a special one. Seth is World Heavyweight Champion, and he has to fight 3 men at the same time. The crowd is sure to love it, and it's your job to make sure the wrestlers are on top of their game. So I don't have to plan the match, because you literally gave me the main event of a pay-per-view, and I'm gonna guess that my character has 0 experience in wrestling. Not an indie wrestler, not a booker, not a promoter. 0 experience. But I'm just one person. I can't help all 4 of them at once. And the main event? I don't know the first thing about wrestling. Are you sure you want to assign me? Dargan doesn't... Oh, so this is like metagaming in D&D. Like, the player knowledge is not necessarily character knowledge. So, my character doesn't know wrestling, but I know a shit ton about wrestling, yo. I don't make mistakes, Dargan. I'm sure you'll find out what's best for business. That's his tagline, what's best for business. As long as you keep that in mind, there's no way you can mess it up. Really? Really? This is not what Triple H would do. And Stephanie McMahon, his wife, would kick my frickin' ass. Don't let me down. You literally just gave me the main event of a pay-per-view to a person with no wrestling experience whatsoever. He walks away. I look back down at my clipboards. There's a lot of info about these wrestlers here. I wonder which one I should talk to first. Oh my god, they are using the full names. Shit, son. Shit. Alright. I want to talk to Odino, the Titty Master. That's not actually what he's called. He calls himself the Titty Master in the independent shows he used to work. Just trust me. Trust me on this. His clipboard is pretty thick, with a lot of info on matches outside of WWE. Oh, okay. Can we read this clipboard? Okay, so he is billed from Cincinnati, Ohio. His birthday is, I think it's 1985, so that puts him a year older than me. So he's like 33, which sounds right. Single. Okay, currently he's not single. Currently in 2008, I think 2007, he married Reenee Young, who's like a interviewer / caster for the WWE. Hire date 2011. Ambrose began working for Les Thatcher at Heartland Wrestling as a teenager. He sold popcorn and set up the ring, beginning training age 15. Thatcher refused to train until was refused to train by Train Good until he was 16, 18 as a professional latcher under Thatcher and Cody Hawk, using a ring name John Moxley. He made his debut in 2004, less than a year in his career. Moxley, yeah. So the thing about Dean is he was like a pretty big hardcore match guy. I remember. I think this sounds like the first part of it. I know he like worked as a popcorn ring guy. I believe that's true. All right, let's. The binder has a lot of info on him, but it only seems like it's only his wrestling career. He seems like he could be a pretty interesting. He's the lunatic fringe. Of course, he's a fucking interesting guy. I head into the hallway and look for an assistant. Excuse me, do you know where Dean Ambrose's he gets his own bus? These people don't usually get their own bus. They usually have to share a bus. Anyways, do you know where Dean Ambrose's bus is? That's correct, possessive. Oh, Mr. Ambrose? He doesn't have a bus. He thinks you're stupid. You know? That kind of sounds like him. But he's usually working out around this time. Thank you. That wasn't really an answer, but whatever. If he's working out, that shouldn't mean he's in the gym. This arena has a gym? I guess I might as well head there first. Gym. Ugh, it really stinks in here. I guess this is the gym for the entire roster. Whatever. There's a ton of people here too, and some of them are giving weird... Honey, if you walked into a gym, no one would give a shit about there. I know this personally. I would be... They are too absorbed in what they're doing. You gotta get into that kind of rhythm when you're working out. I mean, I don't like it when people disturb me when I'm working out. I'm just kind of like head forward, whether I'm jogging or whether I'm just working out in my living room. I'm just head first, want to get through the workout, and then eat a ton of food. Anyways. Maybe I should head back out and wait for him there. No! You know what the man looks like. You have a clipboard, you have a picture. Hey, are you lost? I turn around to see who's speaking. Okay, I gotta get Dean's voice. Oh, this isn't music. There'd be sirens and the car alarm. Okay, I'll stop. Okay, he'd be laid back. Said, you look pretty new. Wink, nudge. What's your name? You don't look like a wrestler or backstage hand. He looks at, like, the photo on the... Of course he fucking looks like that. You think Triple H would give you false information? I guess this is Dean Ambrose. I'm sorry, I was looking for you. My name is Dargan. Pleased to meet you. Put my hand out for him to shake, but he gives me a high five instead. That's Dean. That's Dean. Hey, no need for formality, man. Yeah, Dean is, in character, like, in real life, I hear he's pretty quiet, but in character, he's, like, loose and doesn't give a fuck and that kind of thing, and he's crazy. He was crazier before he got to the WWE. They kind of toned him down a lot. He used to have pink hair. What you need me for? Wait, how'd you even get in here? I'm in charge of the Payback main event. I just wanted to speak with you. I show him my badge while speaking, but he doesn't seem to care. Yeah, that's Dean. Never heard about that before. Do the big guys know about you? I was hired by the McMahons. Dean's face is hard to figure out, but he suddenly smiles. So is this all on kayfabe? Like, kayfabe means, like if in Game of Thrones, like, if actors thought they were really their characters they portrayed on, like kayfabe is, like, within canon and story and stuff, and we know wrestling is it's scripted. Don't ever tell a wrestling fan that wrestling is fake. We know it is, but we like to use the word scripted because the shit they do out there, like the flips and the slams, they hurt. They still hurt. People get injured. I have seen injuries. I have seen injuries live. I've seen botches. Anyways, well, whatever. Nice to meet you. I'm gonna head back and finish my set, but if you need me, just holler. Got it? I nod. He turns around and heads back to the gym, wherever he came from. Some people are giving me strange work, but I just walk out. It was kind, it was intense, but nice. I assumed Dean would be a nice guy. Like, in character, Dean would be a cool guy. I decided to head back to the main hall and ask around to speak to some of the other wrestlers. I make it back where the assistant is and call out to them. Hey, sorry to bother you again. Can you tell me where to find Seth Rollins? Why do you ask? I'm in charge of his match and I would like to speak. We just went over this. Do you not know what the payback card is, lady? No need, Dargan. Hunter comes out. Time to play the game. about the game. It's all about the game and how you play it. It's all about the... Anyway, I don't know the song very well. Hunter comes out from around the corner. Sorry, I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. I took what you said into consideration. The other wrestlers have been assigned their own managers for Payback. What? What? Wait, I have to pick my wrestler at the Wow, okay. My assistant told me you went to look for Dean Ambrose. Now you're in charge of only him. I kind of want to play the whole game now if I have to make my choice. I don't want to play Randy Orton though. He's boring as fuck. Oh. Not gonna lie, I was a little excited to meet the others. But what's done, it's done, I guess. At least I won't die from stress. Thank you. Thank you, Hunter. That helps a lot. Take good care of Ambrose, alright? He's a huge money... There are! All these men that you showed on the front screen, or that are in this match, they are huge money makers. Talk to you later, Dargan. He goes back around the corner, and I see him apologizing to someone. The assistant smiles at me and gets back to work. I guess I'll go back home. I didn't sleep well last night. I was too busy thinking about today and my assignment. I'm much more comfortable with paperwork and accounting. Kinda scary working with people. On top of that, the guy I have to work with is the lunatic fridge, Dean Ambrose. I see you've caught up with your clipboard paperwork. I spent all night watching videos of his matches online and reading all over his info in the binder, and I noticed one thing. The dude is a fucking maniac. Yeah, he's called the Lunatic Fringe. I don't know where he'd be when I get to the stadium, so I go looking for the assistant. What? Give the poor girl a name. Hey, do you know where Dean Ambrose could be? Hi, Dargan. He might be in the gym or out running. Thank you. Once again, always help. The least you could do is give the woman a name. I decided to check the gym first because it's inside and air conditioned. Dean would not be in there. When I get there, oh, okay, I was wrong. You were right. Who do I know about Dean Ambrose? I've only watched the WWE. Then I switched to a Japanese company. The gym has a couple of people working out around us, but they're all pretty quiet and not snooping. Much less than yesterday. Nobody would give a fuck about you, okay? Oh, hey, it's you again. I should do Xavier Woods' rendition of Dean Ambrose's theme. I'll do it next time I hear it starts again. Dargan. Yeah, right. Anyway, you're my new manager, right? Triple H told me about you. Just for payback. I don't know he would do too well with... I don't think he would do too well with bothering him for too long a time. Just make sure... I can't read today. I'm just here to make sure you're in top condition for Sunday. So, Dargan, let me set this straight. Managers. I'm trying to be Dean Ambrose. Managers don't really stick around for a while. So let's just keep the surface level. I haven't seen a lot of matches, but I already know that managers don't stick around because wrestlers are always so volatile. But I don't tell them that. I know, but orders are orders. Let's just try to get along. You know, keep it professional. Yeah, definitely, but look, don't get in my way, alright? You can do whatever the fuck you want. I really don't care. Just don't mess with me and we'll be golden. He's gonna do what the fuck he wants, so I'm gonna relent. This isn't my only second day here. He just wants me to back off, then I will. You're right. I'm sorry. Dean's face changes when I say that. I'm just here to do my job. I don't want to get in your way. Just call a truce. Cool. I'm glad you get it. I have some shit to do, so you can just leave. Rude. Promise I won't bug you, alright? Right. He goes back to his workout. I leave in a huff. I should have expected this after watching his matches, but geez, that dude only cares about himself. Luckily, my position here isn't only taking care of a dude with a hair trigger. I have a lot of paperwork to file regarding Dean's actions and workouts. Hunter said something about it being data for future pay-per-views, but I wasn't sure if it wasn't just because Dean complained real loud that he didn't like me. It's frustrating work, but better than being underestimated. I managed to finally get everything done. I should probably check on Dean again. Just once every day will probably seem like I don't care and not doing my job. I walk through the main arena area because the back hallway is closed off, and I find Dean sitting in the ringside section. He's sitting alone with his hands open in his lap. I walk up to him to get his attention. Huh? Dargan? It's getting late. What are you doing hanging around here? I could say the same thing about you. I was actually looking for you. I wanted to see how you were doing. Don't know why you want to do that. I'm good, as you can clearly see. You can get going now. But I'm too curious. Oh, here we go. But I'm too curious just to leave now. I sit next to him while I speak. Okay, but it's weird that you're just sitting out here doing nothing. Are you waiting for something? He rubs his wrists for a while before he speaks. Just thinking. It's not important. None of your business anyway. You don't look like you're thinking about something that isn't important. No, you look like you're deep in thought because you're sitting by yourself by your ring. It's... whatever. I'm not in the mood to explain. You wouldn't get it anyway. He turns and smiles at me, but it doesn't match his mood. It's only now I realize how... What? Like close in physical distance or close in... Startled, I jump back. So, you need anything? No. Then we're done here. He gets up from his seat and walks towards backstage, and I look at the ground. He was definitely thinking about something serious, but I distracted him. He's so intense that it's kind of worrisome to see him so subdued without a known reason. With a heavy sigh, I stand up and head home. All night long, I watched Dean's past matches, even some of the bloodier ones. I couldn't sleep. I was so worried about what I had done, so I kept watching matches to take my mind off it. Yeah, you keep watching matches with the man you work for, who you're keeping your mind... Okay, that makes sense. I stayed up so late, I almost didn't wake up in time to make it to work. So, am I gonna run into the assistant again? So when I finally reach the system, I'm out of breath and panting. Whoa, Dargan, what's got you so worked up? Oh, hi, Triple H. I turn around and see Hunter smiling back at me. Well, he's in a good mood. Nothing, I just almost missed my bus. I've only been here for 2 short days. I can't make a mistake now. Well, I just came from talking with Ambrose. I tense up. Did Dean say something? I asked him how you've been working out, and he had nothing bad to say. I'm surprised. He's usually the first one to doubt newcomers. The words don't process fully, but I still stammer out a reply. Oh, thank you. I'm glad. Hunter pounds my back with his giant hand and smiles. Keep up the good work, Dargan. He waddles. He would not waddle. The man doesn't waddle. He stomps in his ill-fitted suit. And it's not ill-fitted. He's a very rich man. Dean? Had nothing bad to say about me? That seems almost impossible. I thought for sure he was going to complain about me. I wander over to the offices in my daze. I've gotten to my next batch of paperwork. I got my next batch of paperwork done. I decided to take a brunch break. You know, to check on Dean, because Dean hates me for some reason. Because he's so closed off from everyone. Because he's a lunatic. I got something from the small cafeteria to eat. Well, there I didn't see Dean at all. I head back to the back doors. Maybe he's taking a break out there, but it's empty. The gym, the hallways, everything. I couldn't find Dean at all. By the time I made my way back to the office, over an hour had passed. Hi, Dargan. Hey, do you know where Dean is? I can't find him anywhere. Oh, normally he's out back around this time. I checked there and it was empty. Did you try the gym? Yeah. Well, I'm sure it's fine. He might be talking with Roman. Maybe. Good luck. Thanks. Person that should have a name. I'm gonna call you Michelle. You seem like a Michelle. Once again, no help. But I didn't blame him. Where could Dean be? I decided to take another walk around. He had to be somewhere. Hunter had met with him just this morning. And it's not like him to abandon a match. Is Raw or SmackDown down tonight? There wasn't anything in his schedule about a photo shoot or something out of the area, so he had to be close by. I figured if I didn't find him this time around, I would just admit defeat and do something else. On the way around the back of the ring, I stopped by the gym. It couldn't hurt to give it one last pass through, especially since there had been a lot of people in there earlier. And there was where I found him. Oh Jesus, what? He looked so tired. What the fuck happened to you? I felt my heart pound. Dean! He looked at me. He looked so exhausted. Dargan? Dargan? Dean, what are you doing here? I ran up to him and sat next to him on the bench. It's weirdly empty, and we were the only ones in here. Did you not see me when I came by earlier? What happened? It's not a big deal, don't worry. This kind of thing happens. Did you get into a fight? Did you get in a brawl with another wrestler? His speech sounds weird, like he's not here at all. He tries to push me away, but winces in pain when his fingers bend back. He hisses and grabs his hand, turning away from me. No, Dean, look at you. You're bleeding. We gotta take you to medical. No one has any idea where you've been, and you're bleeding in the gym. What did you do? I tried to get him to turn around, but he keeps pulling away. Man, chill out. I went a little too hard and completely forgot my limits. This kind of thing is always better by the next day. Just go back to whatever you're doing. I grab into R and which gets his attention. I've only had one choice in this game. You gotta focus! You gotta focus! Focus! Dean, will you look at me? He peers over his shoulder, confused. I don't know why you're doing this to yourself, and I don't really care. But you can't just act like it's no big deal. I'm right here, and I'm not going to let you ignore me until I go away. Snap! His face softens and he looks away. I can feel his muscles relaxing under my hand. Focus, Dean. It's like you don't even care that you're bleeding. Well, you're the lunatic fringe. Of course you don't fucking care you're bleeding. Let me see the cuts. You're going to infect them. We gotta get some isopropanol or some hydrogen peroxide. You gotta pour that shit and you gotta bandage your hand. You know, no one really cares. Hell, I don't even care. We're all getting beat up all the time, bleeding all over the place. This is so normal now, right? Okay, so this isn't kayfabe. I let go of his arm because I know he's focusing. Why are you working so much? Dean's face changes to a much less happy look. He takes a while to answer. I bite my cheek while I wait. I grew up through the indies, you know that. Hardcore matches with barbed wire and thumbtacks and screwdrivers. You really get used to pain and you start ignoring it. I don't know, something must be really fucked up with me though, because now it's almost like I can't feel it at all. I want to win this match, you know? How the hell am I supposed to kill Seth if I can't even tell when my hands are bleeding? I guess I would just keep punching. I'll have to notice eventually. I don't know what else I'll do if I lose. I don't understand him, but he's right. Dean's always been a loose cannon, but imagining him without the limiter of pain sounds absolutely terrifying. Not to mention how skilled his opponents are. They wouldn't let him leave alive if they noticed. Well, I mean, Randy would just RKO you out of nowhere. Roman would just Superman punch you. Actually, if this is the era where Seth betrayed the Shield, which is because he's not with Roman and Seth, Dean and Roman would probably pair up against Randy. I don't know how Randy was in this era. I don't remember. Comfort or challenge? I'd probably comfort him. I don't know if that's the best idea, but I think you're onto something. Dean doesn't react immediately. You can't go into the ring the way you are now. Meaning, you can't be hurt like this or numb like this. But I believe in you, Dean. You're strong enough to overcome this. I believe in you! Even though I know Seth is probably going to get the better of you. Dean nods his head, but he doesn't look any happier. This must be weighing really heavily on him. Well, regardless, you're in no shape to do anything else today. Let's get you to your hotel. I reach out a hand to help him, but he ignores it. I can at least get up by myself. I don't push it any more than I already have, but I keep a close eye on him. I end up following him back to the parking lot, much to his annoyance. When I was going to part ways, he starts slowing down, and I knew that if I left him, he would just go back to hurting himself. He looks like he's not happy about it, but he hasn't said anything yet, so I guess I'm alright. The cuts on his knuckles had stopped bleeding, and Dean assured me that he's used to it, so I didn't push him to see a medic. We called a cab to the hotel, and when it finally gets here, he turns around and looks at me. Hey, don't tell anybody about this, alright? Lips sealed. Dean gives me one last look before he turns around and gets in the cab. I wait until they drive off before I head back. There's not a lot left for me to do in the office, and I'm too bummed out to pretend anyway, so I decide to head home. On the way out, I see Hunter talking with the Michelle. Her name's Michelle. Dargan! How's Ambrose? He's doing fine! Glad to hear it. Everyone's excited for his big match tomorrow. I've heard from the other wrestlers' trainers that they're all raring to go. It's gonna be a fantastic event. It certainly will. Please don't kill me, Triple H. Please don't kill me, Triple H. I smile on the outside, but I'm screaming on the inside. I really hope Dean will be okay. I've got some more things to sell, so if you don't mind, if anything goes wrong with Amos, let me know pronto, alright? His fate relies on his performance, and I hate to see anything go wrong. Yes, sir! He turns back to the assistant and I make a beeline to the door. I really hope Dean will be okay. I tried to call Dean's hotel room, but there was no reply. After a while of dialing, I realized I didn't want to be arrested for being an obsessed fan, so I just went home. Everywhere on TV and online, people are talking about tomorrow's match. Well, today's. I couldn't sleep a wink. I keep imagining Seth Rollins curb-stomping Dean to death, Randy RKOing him into oblivion, and Roman Reigns punching him so hard his trachea collapsed. Yep. Sounds about right. Realistically, I know none of that would happen. WWE has a PG rating after all. It does. But that doesn't mean Dean wasn't at high risk of being hurt. And if he got hurt, my job was on the line. No, it's not. It's real. Wrestlers get hurt all the time, and they just take time off. I have to make sure everything goes alright. I know I'm early to arrive, since the match is only at night, but I'm nervous. So I'm going to just walk around for a little bit. Wow, everything's already set up. Stadium's so huge. There are going to be so many people watching tonight's match. Yes. I wonder where Dean is. I guess I should ask the assistant again. She must be sick of me. I find them in the same hall as I do before. They look so much busier than usual, and that makes sense. It's fight night. Hi, sorry to bother you again, Michelle. Do you know where Dean is? Mr. Ambrose is with Mr. Hunter right now. They're recording something for night. Probably promo. He probably won't be open until the match. Oh. Thank you. An actual answer this time, and that one I wanted to hear. The guy If the guy I'm in charge of isn't free until the match, what am I supposed to do? It's not that long until doors open and people start coming in. I head back to the main area. Hey! Do you need any help? Huh? You're too scrawny to do anything. Don't you have superstar staccato? Oh, shut the fuck up. Look, man, I'm free. I just want to help out. Well, if you don't really have anything to do, you can do some cleaning around the stage. Got it. I roll up my sleeves, grab the broom the worker hands me. Anything to get my mind off of things, I guess. I work until I'm exhausted and they kick me out so the crowds can start flooding in. I don't know what this theme is. I don't think I've heard this theme before. Before I know it, the stadium is jam-packed and buzzing with excitement. I run backstage to find Dean. I hear the kickoff match start and the crowds cheer while I check the back doors. The announcer's voice is booming, introducing the next match while I run through the hallways. We're already mid-card when I find Dean pacing nervously in the empty gym. Dean! Dargan? Where the heck you been? Aren't you supposed to be my son? What the fuck you? Fuck you! Sorry, I was looking for you. It's fine. Are you ready for the match? Dean laughs. Of course I am. Isn't it obvious? If you're so ready, why the hell are you walking around here all nervous? He laughs. It's not being nervous. It's pumping myself up. I know he's lying, but I don't want to agitate him any further. It's a really big deal for everyone involved. You know what? Fucking get over it. Dean, just stop losing sight of what's important. Your worries about your hand or about Seth, just get over it. He shakes his head and laughs. Yeah, 'cause that's real easy. Whatever. It doesn't matter anyway, not anymore. I'm gonna go out and kick ass, like I've never kicked ass before. You can't put your career on the line for this. Dude, you're not a wrestler. You don't know what kind of shit you have to suffer through if you want to win. I mean, Dean, you still have to come home. Don't get all frustrated now. This is stupid. Just leave me alone, you're stressing me out. I wish I could say something else, but Dean already walks away. I hear muffled roars of cheers and look at the hallway. Dean is headed down, shoulders squared and determined. I told my feelings got across. When we get to the entrance area, a girl with a mic pulls him aside to get an interview in. I just need to sneak out to the crowd area to watch it as an average fan. Wow, that was absolutely amazing. I have no idea what the fuck happened. I was so exhausted watching it and so proud of Dean. Even if he lost, he absolutely put on an absolutely amazing show that no one could discredit. I ran out of there as soon as Dean went backstage to talk to him. Dean! He turns around at the sound of my voice. He is absolutely exhausted and looks at me. Dargan! You see that? You were amazing. I barely managed to stop in time not run into him. I couldn't take my eyes off you. Of course, man. My only talent is making people have fun while I'm getting the snot beat out of me. Hey! Oh, hey, Dean! Hi, Roman. We both see Roman Reigns, who I recognize from Dean's past matches, jogging towards us. He looks just as tired as Dean. He pats on the back vigorously. What a match, eh? You were great up there, brother. We fucking killed it, man. The crowd loved us. This is not any theme I recognize. Roman wraps an arm around Dean's shoulders and I step out of the way. For so many spur-of-the-moment strategies, we did fantastic. Yeah, man, 4 manias like us together. We have to try pretty hard to fuck it up. It didn't put it past us. I didn't want to say anything, but they started to walk away. Roman and Dean looked back at me. That was a really great match, Dean. Yeah. Hey, Dean, who's this? No one, just my dumb manager. Man, your was bad too? I didn't know a thing about wrestling. Same here, brother. They've been trying to butt in since day one. Let's go heal this wound with booze already. Roman turns back to Dean and lets out a loud laugh. Great, I have Undertaker music in my ears now. They walk away talking loudly. Hunter gave me an alright review to my company, and after that I would leave the world of WWE forever. Sometimes I wonder if there was anything else I could have done. Bad end. BAD END! I don't know if I want to play the others. Oh well, whatever. This was actually not that... This was actually kind of boring. Oh well, I guess on to the next game.